Hello, everyone, and welcome to the School of Nursing. Please ignore the small siren in the background. I'm currently coming to you from Minnesota, where I'm actually providing some care for my mother. And on Wednesdays, the first Wednesday of every month, they have the tornado drill alarms. So background sirens. But welcome everyone to the School of Nursing. We're really excited to be able to welcome the cohort that is the cohort of graduate students in the International Year of the Nurse and Midwife. This is a special year for us as it just comes on as the first year of our first century, the school having been 100 years as a School of Nursing. And it's a bit ironic because the founding of our school was actually at a time when there was a global health pandemic, the influenza pandemic of 1919. And part of the reason for the beginning of the school was the establishing of a program to develop nurse leaders, especially with additional education in public health, in education, and in leadership, to help essentially manage the pandemic across BC. And so while there were really good schools of nursing in the hospitals, and indeed we had this great partnership with both St. Paul's and with Vancouver General Hospital, where our baccalaureate nursing students actually did their clinical work, the primary focus of education and here at UBC was that leadership preparation, that advanced practice, that public health and education, and at the time, the beginning of research as well. Fast forward 100 years, and while it's not necessarily the baccalaureate level of practice that is identified for leadership, we still have vibrant graduate programs that are designed to develop nurse leaders and healthcare leaders for the world. So these are the programs that you're launching into, whether it's the Masters of Science in Nursing, the Masters of Nursing Nurse Practitioner, or the PhD program. I know a number of you are alumni, whether from your baccalaureate program or from a previous graduate degree. But even if you're new to UBC, welcome, and we hope that you will rapidly become part of the School of Nursing family. You're embarking on an area, I think, in nursing your nursing education that is more focused, where at the baccalaureate level, you may have had a more generalist approach, and even at the graduate level, there is often a much more general approach. Whether you're now in the MSN program or the PhD or the MNP, you'll be focusing your education in particular areas of expertise and with particular skills that will develop your ability to understand, evaluate, or even conduct research, to develop policy, to prepare to educate the next generation of nurses, to manage and supervise nursing professionals, as well as to lead whole health systems. I would like to take the opportunity as part of this brief welcome to acknowledge the land on which UBC learns and works, and a number of us live, and that is the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Musqueam peoples. I'd also like to recognize that for UBC School of Nursing, a number of us both live, work, and practice, as well as conduct research on other First Nations traditional ancestral territories, including those around the Lower Mainland, such as the Squamish, the Tsleil-Waututh, the Stolo, as well as other Coast Salish peoples. But we also do research across BC and across Canada and across the world. And many of us actually do research with Indigenous peoples, or else mindful of the Indigenous lands on which we're doing that work, in collaboration with and recognizing our commitment to the UN Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, and here in Canada, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's recommendations for nursing education as well as nursing practice. And this is a commitment that we have in our school. So I welcome you to your next adventure in your nursing career. I encourage you to reach out to all the faculty. We love nothing more than to talk about the work we do and the research we do. But also, we really are looking forward to you joining us as colleagues in this next stage of advanced practice, of leadership, and of building the knowledge that is necessary for practicing nursing now and for the next 100 years. Thank you.
Now, a few words from Dr. Helen Brown.
Thanks. It's afternoon where I am on the east coast of Canada, but good morning to all of you and welcome to your graduate journey and experience. I'm just going to say a couple of words before you view a welcome from a new and really important group in the school. So about 1.5 years ago, the school, we developed a committee called the Indigenous Cultural Safety Strategic Initiatives Committee, known in the hallways as ISSI. And the work of that committee is really to follow on what Elizabeth was saying, to implement the Truth and Reconciliation recommendations, particularly for nursing and health education, along with the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People and the Indigenous Strategic Plan draft of UBC into all facets of our school, working with students, working with faculty across research, teaching, and creating a school culture that is what we would aim to be as decolonizing, equity-oriented, and culturally safe for all graduate students. So what you are about to see is a pretty exciting time, I think, for the School of Nursing, in that in July of this past summer, we appointed an Indigenous advisory circle to the school to guide us in all of those facets that ISSI is working upon. So we've invited Indigenous elders and our current Indigenous graduate students, an Indigenous nurse alumni, an Indigenous nursing leader to guide us across the work we're doing in the school. And in July, we formally welcomed them to the school. And at the same time that we welcomed them, we opportunistically asked if they would say a few words to welcome our incoming graduate students and our BSN students. And so what you are about to see is our best effort to turn a Zoom recording into a beautiful video to welcome you to your graduate program. And we know it has some limitations, but we've got a much bigger plan for taking this welcome into something a little bit better. So I just want to acknowledge that some of the sound quality is a bit challenging. In particular, Elder Thelma and Arthur Stoken from the Musqueam Nation, upon which lands UBC Vancouver resides. It was the first time they've ever been on Zoom with the help of their nephew, who was prompting them through. Their voices are a little challenging to hear, but their heartfelt wishes and welcome from the Musqueam host nation of UBC Vancouver is there for you. So sit back and enjoy, and many of you will meet our Indigenous graduate students, and we'll all have a chance to engage with the Indigenous Advisory Circle to the School of Nursing. And my heartfelt welcome. I hope to see you all, not in the halls, but on the computers and spaces and places of the graduate program. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Thelma Stoken. Is my English name. My given name is Lachlief. We are from the territory of Musqueam. I have my brother Art here, also.
Hello, everyone. My name is Arthur Stoken. My name is from the Musqueam First Nations. Good morning, everyone.
And we'd also like to say welcome to the hosting nations, the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and the Squamish Nation. I've all my relations.
Thank you so much, Elder Thelma, Elder Art. So good to see you. I just miss you so much. And I'll carry on, my dear sister and brother elders. So Haichka, Siyam, Siyaya. Greetings and welcome, everyone. As Co-Salish Matriarch and Elder, I wish to give a very warm thank you to all my relatives on the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh for welcoming me to live in the unceded lands of my relatives, Musqueam, in Richmond for 40 years now. As Coast Salish matriarch and elder, I wish to give each and every one a very warm welcome who live, work, and play, give and receive service on our unceded, ancestral, and occupied lands of my relatives, Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh. As taught and guided to me by my beautiful elders, mentored to me by my sister and brother, Elder Thelma and Elder Art. Their dad is guided and taught to me by Elder Vince Stoken from Musqueam, Elder Bob George from the Tsleil-Waututh, that whenever we come together, we must always share a blessing and a prayer for our time together. So I'll start us off in a really good way. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening to our welcome and our blessings. Haichka, Haichka Osiam, Osiam. We give you many, many thanks, Creator, for bringing us together in this very, very wide virtual circle in such a good, warm, and respectful way. We ask, Creator, that you bring your blessings down upon our minds, our hearts, our bodies, our spirits. So when we think our thoughts, they are good, positive, and respectful. When we speak our words, they are good, positive, and respectful. We call upon you, Creator, to bless the food and drink we put in to nourish our bodies on our journeys to wellness and strength. We kindly give you many, many thanks, Creator, as we ask you to continue to bring your blessings of protection down upon all our beautiful people who have worked so very, very hard on the front lines during this pandemic and for other illnesses as well. We kindly and respectfully ask you, Creator, to cover us each with your warm blanket of protection as we journey through this part of the journey of our lives together. Help us all to keep safe in our travels, both near and far, Creator. And we always give you many, many thanks, Creator, as we ask you to bring all of your blessings down upon all the ones that are hurting, all the ones that are hungry, all the ones without homes, and especially, Creator, all the ones that are hurting. Haichka, Haichka Osiam, Osiam. Thank you, everyone. So happy to be here alongside you virtually, Elder Art and Elder Thelma, and just happy to be here. So I want to give thanks to everyone for always looking to us elders to lead and guide the way, to share the welcome, and that this is the true act of reconciliation that the School of Nursing is working very, very hard on, that they welcome our elders and honor our elders in such a good and respectful way.
I'll just be brief as I'm sitting here virtually in front of my building there. The First Nations House of Learning programming happens within the First Nations Longhouse, which you see there. And so I'm the director of that programming, and I'm also on faculty in the School of Nursing, so I'm happy to be a part of this. I'm an enrolled member of the 3 affiliated tribes of North Dakota, and that's the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Aripara, also part Dakota via Saskatchewan. So I'm really happy that I have landed here at the School of Nursing about, 20 months ago or something. With all these things in process, I was happy to jump in and help try to move the needle in this particular portfolio. So welcome. Happy and thrilled that people have agreed to be in this advisory circle with us. Greatly needed. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. Now I have the pleasure of introducing the rest of the advisory circle. So Dr. Becky Palmer, who is the Chief Nursing Officer for First Nations Health Authority, known to many here, was not able to join us at the fairly last minute. But we also have my dear friend and longstanding collaborator, ally, accomplice in many things as nurses working together, to introduce herself. So Tanya Dick.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. My traditional name is Makualoga. I'm from the Musqueam Dowdino people of Kinkham Inlet. Absolute privilege to be a part of your advisory circle. I think there's so much work to be done, and I'm hearing and seeing UBC's kind of call to action to actually do some authentic work around this. So that in itself is a bit of breath of fresh air, and I'm willing to do that walk with you guys and influence some change that's desperately needed. So, you know, my hand's up to your itchy committee and to the rest of us that are going to collaborate. It's a lot of heavy lifting. It's a lot of work. It's painful discussion. And it's going to be really, really worth it. I think nurses within the UBC institution could really take a leadership role in this and shine a really bright star around this work. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Hi. Hello, good morning. My name is Singing Bird Woman by the Shore. My English name, of course, is Chloe Crosschild. Currently, I am a PhD student in the nursing department right now. I'm Blackfoot, specifically from the Blood Tribe, Organa Nation. And our territory is located predominantly in southern Alberta and stretches into the United States and northern Montana. I am very excited to be here. I'm a registered nurse. I graduated from the University of Lethbridge with my Bachelor of Nursing degree in 2014. And I've since worked in various fields, but mostly I've worked public health and community health with some experience in charge nursing duties at the Kainai Continuing Care Centre. I have worked solely in Alberta, but I have worked for both the provincial and federal jurisdictions. I've also started on my teaching career, mostly teaching clinical, again, in that community sector. And it wasn't until just a few years ago I decided to start my graduate journey. And most recently, I graduated from the U of L with my master's in nursing degree. And my focus is on nursing care, postnatal nursing care, and incorporating Indigenous and traditional practices into our current Western healthcare systems and how those sometimes clash. I'd like to welcome all of the BSN and graduate students. UBC has the vision to be a leading university globally in implementation of Indigenous people's human rights. And I think that's an important vision to keep in mind, especially as students move forward and throughout their studies, remembering that obligation of our school to bring Indigenous voices and knowledge to the School of Nursing, that promotes and implements the TRC recommendations and UNDRIP, the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. And I personally am a big advocate for cultural safety in nursing, using cultural safety as a lens to promote critical reflection and examination of issues such as racialization, institutionalized discrimination, and culturalism, and health inequities. So I encourage all the students to think about those things as they move forward throughout their journey, and welcome you all to UBC. It's a great school.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Nuguum Quaid, Nuguum Musquogue Galakasla. So hi, I'm Jass, and my dad's side of the family comes from the Musquogue Nation, people of Kinkum Inlet. So Tanya, of course, is my cousin and family member. And I'm a registered nurse. I work primarily in youth concurrent disorders, mental health, and substance use. And I'm currently a Master of Science Nursing student at UBC. So in this role that I was very honored to be invited to join and enact in the Indigenous Advisory Circle for the School of Nursing, would like to offer a very warm welcome to all the incoming students in the BSN and graduate programs. Nursing, of course, is a very, it's an honor to walk the path of being a nurse. We are able to provide wonderful and powerful supports to people in all kind of walks of their lives. And a really important part of that, really important responsibility of that work is to recognize and address the profound inequities that course through all parts of our society. And I'm honored to be a part of the University of British Columbia School of Nursing, which has shown leadership in the work of recognizing and addressing the systemic racism that exists in our healthcare systems and in our healthcare education, and in and boiling it down into ways that we can make changes on personal and professional levels as individuals, because it starts with each of us to do the really hard work of recognizing what exists in ourselves and how do we change that in ourselves, and then how do we carry that forward into our work. So a huge welcome to everybody who's joining us on this journey as well, and looking forward to being there as a resource and seeing everyone as nursing colleagues in the future. So thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Hi, I'm Dawn Tisdale. I'm an Indigenous nurse of mixed Mi'kmaq ancestry and European ancestry. Mi'kmaq ancestry coming from the Wabanaki Confederacy. I'm a guest here on unceded and occupied ancestral lands of the Coast Salish peoples, including the territories of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh Stolo nations. I'm in my second year of graduate studies here at UBC and completing my master's in nursing science. And I currently work in healthcare policy and specifically incorporating Indigenous cultural safety within health systems and social systems. So a heartfelt welcome to all the new students starting off their nursing studies here at UBC. The journey ahead is certainly challenging, but I would also say tremendously worthwhile. Here in BC, we're 60,000 nurses strong, with nursing representing the largest healthcare profession provincially, nationally, and globally. And so this enables us really as a profession, I think, to have tremendous influence within healthcare systems. And it's important to note that nursing has always been at the center specifically of social justice work. And I think one area that is really exciting, that's really noteworthy too, is that cultural safety is a nursing concept and was founded by Maori nurses in Eora, New Zealand. So Indigenous cultural safety has had significant influence in colonized countries in supporting the decolonization of healthcare, asserting Indigenous people's sovereignty, and addressing long-standing anti-Indigenous racism. So it's imperative, I think, that UBC nursing community meaningfully adopts Indigenous cultural safety in all areas of our practice. And so with this, I just really invite everybody to action this work and challenge each other, lift one another up as we uphold Indigenous cultural safety in all aspects of your student life and professional practice. And Walalin and much care to everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all of those introductions, and we honor Elder Jean Harris, who you will, I hope, meet in a real face-to-face circle in sometime in the near future.
Thank you. Let's hear from Dr. Allison Feeney, Associate Director of the Graduate Programs.
Hello, everyone. My goodness, I feel that I kind of feel a need to sit and think about that for a while. I want to thank everyone who played a role in putting together that video for all of us. I think it's particularly important today because our orientation, of course, is this one in this strange Zoom space. So we've done orientation differently over the last number of years. In the past, we had brought everyone together in big rooms and everyone had come and we'd heard speeches and talks, and then we'd go to separate rooms and we'd learn together about the programs upon which we were to launch. In the last couple of years, we've focused more, it's been important to me as the Associate Director of Grad Programs to really extend a welcome, that we all feel that we are part of this community. So we had in the past a welcome luncheon. We would all get together and eat and share a meal. We can't do that. So here we are in Zoom. I think my main message to all of you is that you feel welcomed. And I don't know about you, but after having listened to the words of our advisory circle, I'm feeling closer to my community than I was 20 minutes ago. And I hope you feel the same too, both those of you who are already a part of our UBC family and those who are new. That's what matters. And it particularly matters because we were talking before you all came. Emily, who right now is sitting in the middle of my screen, you might want to wave to everybody, Emily, usually has this beautiful desk in student services, and we can just drop in and see people. It's harder to do that now, but I want to tell you that we are always here. There are people here to support you, people in the program, and you're going to meet them all in a minute, and certainly all the faculty members. So I know some of them are out there listening to all of this. I saw Sally issue a welcome, and I would just say on everyone's behalf, please come knock at our virtual door, send us an email, give us a call. We are absolutely excited to meet you all. And some of us, it will be in courses. And I will be telling you, and I'm just noticing Sabrina's commented, you can't see all the panelists or attendees. I think we don't have attendees visible just yet. Maybe we can later. But I know you're all there. And I just want to tell you, I think, Sally said we're like all really excited to be meeting you in class. That's true. I will tell you, I think we're all nervous and excited to be meeting you in this new space. We probably all share that in common. But I also want to reassure you, we have learned a lot about how to do this well in virtual space since March. We've learned, I think individuals have learned a lot about how to effectively support students and teach in this space. As a school, we've learned a lot. And I also know that the faculty of grad and postdoctoral studies has totally got all of our backs. So I guess maybe this is my bit of a reassuring message. It's unsettled times, but I think there's enormous opportunities for all of us as we move forward in this new term. I will stop now and hand it over. I want you to meet, so I'm the associate director. Some of the support faculty you have to work most directly with, apart from your teachers and your supervisors, are the program coordinators. So maybe I'll hand it off to you first, Susan, as a PhD coordinator.
Okay, thank you. I'm Susan DeHinton. So hello, everybody. And first, I'd like to welcome everybody to the School of Nursing, whatever program you're in. I know this isn't the way any of you imagine starting your graduate programs, but be assured all of us at the School of Nursing will do everything we can to make this a fabulous experience for you. So I'm the coordinator of the doctoral program, and that means really I support all the doctoral students and their supervisors as you go through the program. So if you've got any questions about the program in general or about your particular context, email me and I will find an answer for you or find somebody who can. So whatever program you're in, you should be very proud of yourself. All of our programs, graduate programs and undergraduate programs, are very competitive. So I want to congratulate you for being here. I'm really looking forward to I'll be meeting all the doctoral students next Wednesday at our seminar. I also teach one of the master's classes, so I'll meet a lot of you at some point in time. So again, congratulations and welcome, a very heartfelt welcome.
Thank you. Now the welcome from Dr. Maureen McPhee, MSN Program Coordinator.
Hello, everybody, and I echo what everyone has said so far. It's great to have you here, and these are very unusual times, and we definitely want to make you feel connected to us. So I'm the advisor for our Master of Science Nursing program, and certainly want to encourage you to get in touch with me if you have any questions. I also connect quite a bit with our undergraduates who are interested in our master's program. And so I miss that opportunity to really interact with our undergraduate students, our graduate students. It's a very strange time right now. We have put together different resources for you. I work very closely with Emily and with Gino, and student services. It's a great place to go, even if it is virtual. We have a Master of Science in Nursing handbook that we've updated. We also have guidelines that we've put together that explain more about the scholarly project option and the thesis option. So those are great. But if you want to have that one-on-one conversation, we're available to you. So again, it's great to have you with us, and hopefully we'll in 2021 we'll get to see each other in a different reality.
Thank you. Now, Dr. Fearless McQuaid, the MNP coordinator.
Well, hello, welcome to everyone. My name is Fairlith McQuaid. I'm the coordinator of the program. And after all of the, thank you for everyone who's spoken. I just need to say ditto and echo. But I'm really excited to have you all here. And I think as the coordinator of the MNP program, it's really an exciting time to be an NP. I know that it's going to be, you're going to find the program challenging, but just know that we're all here to support you. And I do hope in the future, in the very near future, we're all able to get together. But I'll see most of you on Tuesday. And if you have any questions, please get in contact with me. But I will see you all on Tuesday. We're going to have a lab online. It'll be a very interesting lab. So with that being said, just welcome to all of you. And your adventure has just begun. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now, now we can have a sort of a general Q&A session. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask the faculty or the student services, please type those questions into the Q&A.
Gino, it's Maura. There's one thing that I forgot to mention, is that Gino has been putting together a list of provisional advisors for incoming MSN students. And one of the things that we try to do is to link you with one of our faculty. And that person kind of acts in a provisional advising role until you have an opportunity to settle on a topic for your SPAR or for your thesis, and you have a supervisor for your committee. So you'll be getting that list from Gino sometime in the next couple of weeks. So that's another way that we want you to know that we will be trying to connect you with faculty within the School of Nursing.
Okay, so question from Anthony. I will be sending you individual emails, letting you know, notifying both. I'll be sending the emails to provisional advisors, letting them know which students are being assigned to them, and the same email to you.
There's another question in the chat from Ellen about the updated MSN handbook. Gino, is that uploaded onto the website?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it's under the graduate programs page, like the main MSN. Then it's at the bottom of the it's hyperlinked at the bottom of the page. Of course, you can just send me an email. I can send you the link directly to you as well.
And there's a question from Sammy about PhD funding. I did hear from Rana that the funding will be available before the tuition due date. So I believe the tuition due date is September 9th. So you'll get a funding letter this week, and then the funding will be made available before the due date.
Oh, what are the difference between the previous handbook and the one that was just released? Not too much, but there are just a few points that are now clarified a little better. Because of COVID, initially the handbook said that the provisional advisor assignment is to be done something around sometime in May, but this year, we're going to do that by the end of September. And the Schedule A and B, the part-time and full-time distinction, is explained a little better. That and includes a bit more detail. But other than that, not too different. So Esther asked you're wondering if there's an official MSN class of 2022 page or such. I think yes. I think this would be a good place that we give the floor to Will and introduce you to GSNA, our Grad Student Association.
Thank you, Gino, and hello, everyone. I'm Will. I'm a fourth-year PhD student, and I'm the current president of, I guess, our Graduate Student in Nursing Association, which is the association that represents all the graduate students, which includes MSN, the NMMP students and PhD students, and I believe we may still have some of the dual program MPH MSN students in that as well. I will paste in chat now a Facebook group and our email link for the GSNA. And we hold events, obviously because of COVID, events are going to look a bit different this year, and we're looking to get a mentorship program going, especially for you as first-year graduate students who may not have the opportunity to necessarily interact with other students in the hallways like we're so used to at UBC. It's always so beneficial to see people in the hallways and ask questions and you know, have those valuable interactions with both students and faculty. So we're really going to try to foster that this year. We will be running elections this September, as we normally do. So if you're interested in becoming involved, either as an executive member or just as a member at large and join the meetings and help work in getting events going, feel free to email us on the link or in the link in chat. And yeah, one of the big events we hold each year is the GSNA Research Symposium. Last year's was about being and building health leaders, which we held virtually. Well, I guess it was this year. It was this year during COVID. Wow, COVID's been here a long time. So I just want to say that you're all very welcome to join and participate. And if you have research you'd love to share in that symposium coming up, then you're more than welcome to. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in chat or send us an email. And it's welcome to you all. I look forward to speaking with you, you all.
So that's all we have for the program for now. I missed out on Catherine's question. The Canvas, when Canvas is coming online, I'm actually not sure. My understanding is it will come live once it gets set up by the instructor. So I'm sure it'll come online before the start of the program.
The courses have to be published by the instructor of the course, so hopefully soon.
Yeah, I think it will vary by instructor, and for some of us, for the doctoral students, I'm intending to get it online by the end of this week.
Yeah, the Nurse 512 should be open now.
I believe the default is probably September 8th.
Great. Thank you, everybody. So that's what we have today. We hope to see you in class. And again, if you have any questions, anything that you need help with, please feel free to reach out to me or Emily at absolutely any time. And yeah, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.